live right now. Good morning. Good Monday morning to everyone. I am so happy to be back at my desk for the last 5 days. I've been working remotely in the mansion when we were at the sanctuary this weekend. Many of you have seen us advertise that. It was a huge success. The ladies have all flown home or driven home. And I'm back to the real world. I say that because I was secluded in this other world. And now, it's about unplugging in the real world. So it was the perfect weekend because I hear there was a lot of politics going on that I completely missed all of it. So it was a wonderful time to just be plugged into this weekend. And let me tell you what, ladies, we need it every once in a while. We need to unplug. We need to plug into ourselves, work on ourselves. Be around strong women, and that's how my week is starting. It's starting amazing, and I feel renewed. And I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night, so that's probably why I feel like I'm rested. And I am here this morning to start off the week strong with Trisha Parido. No, Parido, right? I don't know. Yeah. I say it different ways all the time. So. But I'm really excited to be able to be with you today, Trisha, because it's holiday season and we can all tell, right? Because the weather's cooled off and we know that means pumpkin pie and chili and all the warm, cozy stuff that we do, decorating our houses with fall leaves falling, with our Christmas trees and gatherings of family, which look a lot different this year than they did last year. In fact, I don't even know if my entire extended family will be coming over for Thanksgiving. I think I need to put that on my action list for today to find out. So I think with the holidays, Trisha, it could bring a lot of stress, right? It can bring a lot of stress. It can bring a lot of unknowns. It can also bring a lot of our old habits with us that, and then what do? We try and crash and break all the habits that we created throughout the year and say, I have all these new resolutions going into next year. So let's talk about that and what is your suggestion, Trisha, for us going into this holiday season and how we can be kind to ourselves, give ourselves grace, and be healthy moving into 2021?
Well, I always have a ton of ideas. So for the people that have known me for any significant period of time, they know that this is the time where I start really, speaking up about some very critical things, because resolutions to me are kind of like those crash fad diets that, you do for 30 days and then 3 months later you need to do it again because you didn't change your lifestyle in a fashion that's lifelong, manageable, and maintainable. Everything's just always got to be so drastic. But if we look at scheduling out the remainder of the year and we look at that habitual level of stress that we put on ourselves and all the anxiety or the irritation, agitation, frustration, just really judging, whether it's within our unit or outside of our unit, and everybody's just on edge and you can feel it in the air. I was driving this weekend and I could just feel all the tension. I went to the outlets for a minute and everybody's like, scrambling, like they got to hurry. And anyway, it's just very tense. And so I think if we pause for a minute and we focus on anticipating effectively. And what I mean by that is, take a pause, anticipate what you want it to look like, because it can look, feel, and be however you want it to, and think, how can I be super responsive in this time? And really, control my moments, because I want it to feel comfortable and I want to be content and I want to be joyous and I want to be happy. Isn't that what the season's all about? So in that thoughtfulness, you got to sit down. I love that you said, I got to do my plan, right? We've got to. You can't get from A to Z without doing B through Y. So you might as well sit down and systematically write out, what do I need to do between now and Thanksgiving? Because we start thinking about Christmas and New Year's and we haven't even got to Halloween yet. I mean, we have now, but and we're trying to smush everything all together. There is ample time between Halloween and Thanksgiving to be prepared for Thanksgiving, and between Thanksgiving and Christmas to be prepared for Christmas. It doesn't have to be this big, huge stress bucket. So I think, doing, again, some effective anticipating and just really spending some time, looking at it, and then, approach the world when you're out there as a learner, and realize that other people have their own ways of wanting to do things and experience them and feel them, and just be accepting and kind and open.
Could you imagine this year if we took the time to not be so hurried, right? I think a lot of the ads and a lot of the commercials and a lot of the culture and society, it's about being hurried, right? You got to get all these deals. And now on my phone, I'm seeing these ads pop up, as well as in my email box already, about early Black Friday. It was coming up by Halloween. And Black Friday is typically after Thanksgiving. And I've seen people in my neighborhood take down their Halloween and put up their Christmas decorations. And to me, it irritates me a little bit, because I really feel like one of the best months is November. It is by far, to me, the most valuable in that, and December, we can't forget, why we celebrate Christmas and the birth of Jesus Christ. But I really feel that, it's all about gratitude in November, and people are talking about getting on these gratitude trains. And really, we should have gratitude every day of our lives. But if there's just one month that we could remember why we're grateful for our lives, why we're grateful for our spouses or children or friendships or anything that we have in our lives, and just really reflect on that, it really helps you ground and connect in the moment, versus I've got to hurry up and shop for Christmas and get it all done. And the ads are telling me I'm already too late, and so we just think, oh my gosh, we got to hurry. And then you're never in the moment. You don't get to celebrate the smell of the fall weather, or the hot apple cider, or, the fun moments that we get to do.
You're not present.
Mm-hmm.
You're not present. You're buying into the propaganda, or that, all the marketing, which is, what we have to do marketing. Everybody has to, we've got businesses, we have to market. But, I think just being careful of how you're listening to it, how you're receiving it, how much, right? Wow, you just jump on the internet and you can just be overwhelmed in minutes. But that doesn't mean don't jump on the internet, but be focused, have a plan, be effective, and just really be able to, look at that. And if you are going to focus on being thankful in November, ask yourself this. And this is something that we've been working on in my practice since September, is how can I be thankful every day? Mm-hmm. And because it's not just for November. Yes, it's my favorite holiday, it's my favorite month, because at least the majority of the people slow down long enough to do that. But we need to be more appreciative of everything that we have in every single day, in every hour, in every moment, and we just don't.
Yeah. I guess I would ask the question to everybody, why don't you? Why?
Yeah.
Because we make our own choices. So why don't you slow down and make that choice to be present and create a plan for yourself of really what is the most important thing that you want to get done between now and the end of the year, so that you feel that you've given the year what you deserve to know that you did everything you wanted to do in the year. Is that going on a vacation? Is it spending, one day a week with kids or grandkids? Is it, taking your mom to lunch every week? What does that look like for you in your world to be happy and present with what you've been able to accomplish, and feel great about the year, and not feel like, oh, well, this year got screwed up because of the pandemic, and that's that's the deflection. And now I'm just going to deflect onto that. And I'm going to make excuses if that's the reason why my business didn't grow the way it should. That's the reason why I didn't get to go travel, and or all these reasons that we can make excuses for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's why I've gained 20 pounds. It's why I'm drinking twice as much. It's why I'm whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I totally agree with that. And so if we go into 2021 and we do our habitual, historical, whatever you want to call it, routine of going back to the gym and all the, because resolution, and I don't want to sound like I'm against making resolution. I I just think when you're going to do a life improvement journey, when it comes to, with respect to mind, body, spirit, healthy living, and releasing habits, because that's 100% what I'm passionate about is not being held hostage by a habit, whether it's processed, behavioral, or addictive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is looking at that and saying, how can I make life improvements, life shifts, life transitions, whatever we want to call it, lifelong, manageable, and maintainable? Because if you're my age and you're 50 and you say, I want to go to the gym 6 days a week, 3 hours a day to get fit because I want to be bikini ready by April, like that, I'm not going to be able to maintain that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe some people can, but I wouldn't be able to. So it would be an unrealistic resolution for me, maybe short term, but I'd rather just be living healthy and getting the right, that helps me maintain my life in a place where I'm happy 100% all around the scope.
Yeah, so start today. You don't have to wait till January. What do you want to, where do you want to be in your life, and what do you want to do and commit to it today and put the effort in, because you deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve to give yourself what it is that you need and want, and we shouldn't have to wait until January. I did a presentation once, Trisha, where I showed the gyms and how they were full on, January and February, and then you look at them in March and April, and they're empty. It's so
Yeah.
temporary, on what happens. And so if you're wanting to change your lifestyle and become more healthy or lose weight or whatever it may be, go to the gym now, go to the gym today, right? There's plenty of more opportunities to go now when no one's there.
Don't go from zero to, every day. Start small. Say, I'm going to start one day a week, and I'm going to go to two. And if I want to be realistic, putting that idea on myself that, I want to have physical activity in my life 3 to 4 days out of the week. So if we aspire for 3 and we do a 4th, it's more of a reward versus whether we say, oh, it's got to be 4 days a week and we miss one because life happens, then we are punishing ourselves, or we feel guilty, or we feel whatever. And, it's all about, not feeling guilty, selfish, punished, or restricted in your life. Yeah. And so if it feels restrictive, it's restrictive for you. Mm-hmm. And that goes with just about everything, right?
Yeah, that's great advice. So ladies, start focusing on yourself now. Get yourself a plan on what it is that you want to get completed by the end of the year. Don't wait for resolutions that whatever society and culture made up and created to be something that is a trend starting in January, but take care of yourself now and be proud of what you've been able to accomplish in 2020. Really, no matter what's been thrown at us, it's your life and you have the ability to do with it what you want. And I hope that you'll all take Trisha serious on this and really look at what you can do to create, form, new habits and create new skills for yourself moving into, or continue on that path this year, moving into next year. So Trisha, did you want to go ahead and tell our guests really quick what you do, and just quickly, if you have any like download or something that they can
yeah, you know what?
Put in the comments.
Thanks. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm a recovery life and wellness coach. I work with people that want to stop being held hostage by habits, whether it's chemical, food addiction, process, or behavioral addiction. So that people pleasing, codependency, over shopping, whatever, like anything that might be, like feeling like it's controlling your life. I mean, that's what we focus on. It's what we do. We learn to live for ourselves first without feeling guilty, selfish, punished, or restricted. And it's awesome and it's wonderful. I just put up a brand new free download, and it's can be found at turningleafsrecovery.com. It'll pop up as soon as you go there, or triciaparido.com. And this is a 7-day food mood journal. So it's really cool because it helps you just kind of get in touch with yourself, but also see what kind of how your fuel is working for you inside your system. But we also have the shop on turningleafsrecovery.com. That is the 30-day journal with intention and a breathe book, all wonderful for this time of the year. And of course, you can always look around, poke around courses.
Great.
Right now, we're jumping into strengthening your resilience. A bunch of us are revisiting it, that have been in there doing that work for a while. And that's kind of where I got that anticipate effectively. So that's there also.
Yeah. All right. Well, ladies, take advantage of it. Trisha's going to be popping all that down below in the comment section. So be sure to take advantage, click on the links. And, these are tools and resources for all of you to be able to make our lives even better than they are today. So thank you for the tools and resources, Trisha. Thank you for being with us today. You're such a valued member of ours and we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.